And a good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight on It's All About Health. I'm Doug Miles, once again, sitting in for Rochelle Herman, and she says hello to all you, her audience out there, and it's a great pleasure for me to be back with you on tonight's show. Very important topic we're going to talk about tonight, the autism. And there's a autism walk that is going to be coming up very shortly in our area. It'll be coming up on November 5th down in Punta Gorda. We're going to talk to two women who are the co-chairs of this event from Autism Speaks. To my immediate right is Sharon Boyd, and to her right is Tammy Baker. And ladies, thanks for coming down tonight. It's good to meet you.
Thank you for having us.
This is a very important fundraising event for autism coming up in November 5th. Let's give the details of the event, and then we'll get a little more specifics of what autism is, in case some of the audience is not fully aware of it. And we're going to have a video a little bit later on in the show as well that'll give some more specifics about the walk. But let's start with you, Sharon.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about the event coming up.
It's a wonderful event. It's a family day. We hold our walkathon, and basically I usually tell people that we hold the walk because we can't say give us money so we can have a party in the park. It's a day that we celebrate our kids. It's not a woe is me kind of event. It's a day that we raise money for research, which is much needed into autism. It's a devastating disorder, and we need to find answers, and we're not willing to wait. We are ticked off parents, and we're working very hard to do that. So we come together at Edison, and we walk with our kids, and then we have bounce houses and clowns and face painting, free food. Papa John's once again came through with pizza for the kids, and it's just going to be a great day.
Just to say, you mentioned Edison. It's Edison College down in Punta Gorda, a little bit south of here, and that'll be on, that's a Sunday, November 5th.
Right, exactly.
Starts at 9 o'clock to register.
Yep, registration's at 9. We walk at 10. We have a big ribbon cutting, which is really neat because one of our little children living with autism is going to be cutting the ribbon, and that's pretty emotional. And then we walk, and to see how many people in Southwest Florida are affected by autism, I mean, you'll see in the video, it just goes on and on and on, and it's very moving. And as a parent of an autistic child, it is amazing to have that many people that come out and it matters to them what we're going through, because you can feel kind of alone.
Both
and that day we're not
Tammy
alone.
are both parents of autistic children.
Absolutely.
Yes. Tammy, let's talk to you. And welcome to the program as well.
Thank you.
And, how did you get involved with this walk?
Basically, it was Sharon's dream, and I thought she was a crazy mother who had 5 children and worked full-time, and how could she do this by herself? And it seemed like a good idea, something cool to do, so I did it with her, and this is our 4th year now.
4th year together as co-chairs.
Yes, 4th year doing this, and it's just amazing when you see everyone else out there dealing with the same stuff day to day that you are, and we all come together on this one day. And we're all volunteers here in Southwest Florida because we want every penny to go to research. All volunteers, almost everything at the walk is donated. We try to get everything donated, not pay for anything. And actually, from the money we raise, about 76 cents will actually go to research. Only a very little bit gets spent in overhead. We try to get everything donated.
That's great.
And it's just a great day for all the kids, and just the parents come up to us afterwards and email us afterwards and just say what a great day they had and how they felt so at ease and comfortable, because a lot of times it's hard to get your kids out in public. They might have meltdowns. They may not want to follow directions, and sometimes other people look at you weird. They don't quite understand what's going on. Why is that child on the floor? Why are you grabbing that child and trying to put him in the car? And this is a day where if your child drops to the floor, people will say, can I help you? Can I do anything? And it's just really amazing.
You mentioned the word disorder. Is that the proper term for it? It's not a disease.
It's a disorder.
It's a disorder, the mental disorder of the brain?
It's neuropsychological. It's still classified as a psychiatric disorder.
Or can you have this happen to you later, say 2 or 3 or 4 years old? Do they know?
Believe it or not, they really don't know. They do think it's a genetic basis, although we're still working on proving that. But they're also leaning toward maybe there's some environmental factors that are flipping on a switch, so to speak.
Right.
And we don't know what they are either. 13 years ago, the numbers were 1 in 10,000 kids were affected by autism, so it's pretty rare. Now it's 1 in 166. Every 20 minutes, a child is diagnosed with autism. That's not acceptable as far as I'm concerned. And the way our government is funding autism research is appalling. And so we keep the pressure on because, like I said, we're ticked off parents. And this walk also helps us to come together in one big voice to say we need our kids to matter.
I know recently, within the last couple of months, there's been some legislation, I believe, in Congress, isn't there? The Autism Bill.
The Combating Autism Act.
Right. Any update on that? Is it going through, or what do you know about that?
It passed the Senate unanimously. It has to go through the House before it can go in front of the President to sign. We still are not having much luck here in Southwest Florida with our representatives, so if any of you are out there listening, sign on to sponsor the Combating Autism Act. What that'll do is raise autism research from about $100 million, where it's at right now, to $880 million over the next 5 years, and start treating it like the nationwide epidemic that it is, and actually global epidemic.
That would raise funds, in other words, it would raise the level of funding by the government.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it does not get as much research. If you look at other diseases and other childhood diseases, it gets about 5% of what other childhood diseases get, yet it's more prevalent. This year, more children will be diagnosed with autism than with cancer, diabetes, and AIDS combined.
Absolutely.
So it's not getting funding that's commensurate with that, and that's a big problem. So we're working on that also. And if any of you out there would like to help, if you go to www.combatautism.org, you can send an email to your representative asking them to help us. And the website will just guide you through everything. You don't you just have to know your address, basically. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then there'll be a space for you to put your own personal message, but that's how you can help us also today.
I also heard there was some in the news about perhaps some kind of vaccination might be a possible cause of giving autism.
Again,
do you know anything about that?
We need more research.
Right.
That's the problem.
Some of the ingredients, in other words, of childhood inoculations may be a contributing
factor.
Some
people think that. The CDC says no. What I say is we need more research. That's what Autism Speaks says. We just need somebody to figure out what happened to our children. Austin was diagnosed 4 years ago, and I had a neurologist looking at me saying, I don't know what happened. I don't know what to do about it. How many parents find that acceptable when you're getting a devastating lifelong disorder for your child? It's not acceptable.
The doctor said, I don't know.
Basically, he said, I don't know, take him home and love him. I've had people say at least it's not something serious. My son has great difficulty communicating. He is very self-injurious at times. He'll hit himself. He's very aggressive with us. He can't communicate his basic wants and needs. That's serious.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll show you a video of last year's walk, give you an idea of what's going to happen in about a little less than 2 months. Right now we're talking with Sharon Boyd and Tammy Baker, the co-chairs of Autism Speaks. We'll take a quick 2-minute time out. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. This is All About Health. We'll be right back after these words.